Ladies and gentlemen, we ready for the man we came here to see? All right, all right. Very funny friend of mine has performed all over. Big round of applause for Mr. Lee Kimbrell.
Vibe is good in here, man. This is fun. I'm also proud. I see a lot of white boys, and not one of you has tried to touch the short rim. That's good. Good for you. You're like, I swear, I think it's about 10 feet. It's 10. It's about 10. Yeah. Good for you. I'm looking at you, whole front row. Hell yeah, dude. Man, this is fucking awesome. Thank you guys for coming out, man. I'm glad that we can do it now because I can see everybody's beautiful shining faces, you know. We got to leave the mask at home. That's good. You got to keep them on you, you know. You never know when you're going to need one, though. Like if you're driving home from a comedy show with some beer on your breath, keep that mask with you, you know. Cop walks up to the window, you throw that mask on. He looks at you, you go, no, I'm going to keep this mask on for my safety. I'm all about safety, you know. I'm a real safe guy out on these streets, you know, man. It's fun. Yeah, the mask thing's wild. I was a bad boy in December, and I went down to Florida to do some comedy, you know. And I feel some type of way about it. I knew I was down there, right? Because I walked into a gas station to get some dinner 3 times. Not a joke. Went into a gas station 3 different times. Dude working behind the counter looks at me and goes, hey, man, take that mask off, brother. Take it off, you know. I was like, I'm not here, respect. I'm not going to get mad, but I'm going to leave it on. I'm not from here. I don't want to catch Florida. Yeah, I'm rolling the dice with COVID-19, but there is no shot for Florida. You know, you just catch a bad case of Florida, drive home, beat up your girlfriend. No one wants that, man. I caught Florida, man. I'm breaking out in shitty tattoos. Everything smells like salt. Why is everyone so tan? Vibe is good in here, man. I had a little nerves, I won't lie, but I feel good now. Most nervous I've ever been, obviously, first time I did stand-up. That makes sense. I was nervous. The only person who was more nervous was my mom, and I know that because she came up to me before the show. I'm scratching in my little notebook, and she leans in real tight and looks over her shoulders and just goes, you want to go halvesies on this Xanax with me? I was like, Xanax. I mean, it's Tuesday, but yeah, you know, sure. I'm like, you're doing Xanax? She's like, oh, honey, don't worry about it. It's my mom weed. And I was like, cool, but you smoke regular weed, so you're just doing pills, you know? It's fine. She's a nurse. That's how she got them. She reaches into her purse and pulls out a Fuji film canister in the year 2015. I was like, are you a time traveler? Why do you have a film tube right now? And some of y'all are laughing. You know why. You don't got to get, you know, if you don't have a prescription, they got to go somewhere. It's, empties it into her hand. It's the most mom thing in the world. She's got ibuprofen, Reese Pieces, loose Xanax, probably the world's last Quaalude rattling around in there. Probably know, you know, Molly doesn't fuck around. It was a good time. And it worked, you know. We crushed it down and smoked it out of a light bulb, and I chilled right on out. Chilled right on out. Yeah, no, we're from Kentucky, but not that much, you know. We just split it and ate it, you know. It worked. Talk about pills is hard, you know, especially in this part of the country. It's touched my life. It's touched a lot of people. Nobody in here doesn't know somebody who hasn't been touched by it. So I bring it up, and some people don't laugh because it reminds them of something that makes them sad, and I understand that, and I get that. That's not what I'm here to do. And then I bring up pills, and some people don't laugh because they're too high on pills, and they just missed it, you know? Yeah. So that just happens here in this part of town, you know? Yeah, it is so prevalent. I'll bring up pills. On 3 different occasions, I've brought up pills on stage, and a guy has come up to me after the show and offered me Xanax. So this next joke is about blowjobs, and big old sloppy ones. Oh, just kidding. I wrote that joke, found out I knew how to spell the word Xanax innately, which is a scary thing to learn. If you're not laughing, it's because you don't know Xanax starts with an X. It's a tricky little bugger. If you think Xanax starts with a Z, you've had a pretty good life. Good for you. I'm proud of you, man. Yep, you're thinking about Zantac. That's a whole different thing. Zantac is when you eat too much chili. And Xanax is when you want to keep your problems but not care about them. It's great. They get worse and you don't worry about them. It's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah, that's not a problem for me anymore. I have been trying to quit drinking a little bit. I know, we're all drinking. It's a BYOB event. I've been drinking a little bit too much the last 12 years. And it's a slow drip, you know? Like, I haven't hit a rock bottom. I'm not drinking like a retired detective who has to like finish a bottle every night because I've seen some shit, man, you know? No, that's cool. That guy earned that. I'm ruining my life with White Claw hard seltzers. And that is less cool. Some cowboy at the end of a bar just sipping scotch. He's like, the scotch burns away all the painful memories. And I'm just like, all these bubbles make the feelings lighter. Yes. Yes, ruby grapefruit, you sultry bitch. I love it. I'm not smoking cigs in a dive bar. I'm just vaping in my kitchen like a pussy. I can't even be an alcoholic, right? You know? It's all good, man. It's excellent. So yeah, I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, and I've been up here for like 6 years. Love this town. If you guys don't know this about Lexington, but I know you know comedy because you're here. Do y'all remember Jim Varney? Do y'all remember the Ernest movies? He was on commercials and stuff. Little fun fact about him is that he's from Lexington. And then a little funner fact about him is that he dated my mom in high school. Yeah, the one from earlier. She's been wild for a while, you know? Star chaser, man. They dated 18 months. Like, they might have gotten married if he always didn't have to run off and go save Christmas or go to camp or whatever the hell else he was doing. So he's paying attention to my mom. She's a queen, Ernest. You could have been my dad. What could have been, you know? They're fun. Some of them hold up. Ernest Scared Stupid's fun to watch around Halloween. Slam Dunk Ernest is good. Definitely avoid Ernest Goes to Africa. It is not aged well. If it came out today, Ernest gets canceled. It is not good. They were paying the makeup designers way too much, if you know what I'm saying. It was, did not age. So don't watch that one, and don't watch Ernest Fuxley's mom. But the rest of them are pretty good, you know? I know, it's a wild thing to say that about your mom, but to give you an idea who I'm working with, if the Xanax story didn't send it already, I did that joke one time and she was in the audience and I went up to apologize to her, and before I could say anything, she just gets all sassy and goes, "I did fuck Ernest, you little asshole." It's like, hey, thank you, Mom. Thank you for that complex, dear mother, you know? She doesn't get it. I used to be a teacher, and that's when I was rich. If that gives you any idea about how I'm doing now. Yeah, Mom, she'll be like, "Honey, why are you doing comedy? Why do you want to be a comedian?" I'm like, "I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have invited me in to talk all those times while you were peeing. You know, that'll mess a young boy up, you know? It's like, Mom, we could have talked about this in any room in the house with your pants on." But here we are. Like, I'll take the trash out. Also, there's your bush. Cool. I'm going to grow up to be a comic one day, probably. Nah, she's great. My parents are both great. They're very cool. I grew up going down to the Gay Pride Parade down in Lexington. It's Pride Month right now. It's pretty cool. So every year, every summer, we'd go to Lexington, and people get confused. They're just like, you have a gay pride parade in Lexington, Kentucky? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's just one bear named Gus marching down Main Street. You know, but like loud and proud, baby. Hell yeah. So we went all the time, went every year. It was the best day of the year. You know, you pack up the car, you make your signs, you put on the fun outfits, you go downtown, you protest the gay pride parade as a family. It's clearly a joke. It's not the hate speech portion of my special. I like telling that joke because, you know, some people don't laugh because their heart's in the right place, and then some people laugh way too loud, and I'm like, we're not friends, dude. Not really saying it's a comedy show. Couple summers ago was the best one. It was like a perfect day. It was this beautiful day. Mom takes a picture of me and my dad, and as she's taking a picture, this lady walks by, right? And she goes, hey, I know this is kind of weird, but do you think I could take a picture with you guys? And I was like, it is kind of weird, but who cares? Get on in here, lady, you know? So she's taking the picture with us. As my mom's taking the picture, I'm standing right here. She's in the middle, Dad right here. This woman looks up to me and goes, I think what you two are doing is beautiful. And you will always have an ally in me. And God love her heart, you know? Like, she thought my father was my daddy, you know? Like, it's a whole... And I didn't give a shit that she thought I was gay. That's a compliment, if anything. I was mad that she thought I was gay, dating a 65-year-old man with chicken legs and Coke bottle glasses. Like, are you fucking kidding me? If I was a gay guy, I'd be fucking mullet here in the front row, you know, dude? It's a whole different game. You're more my speed, baby. Grab on, kid. Yeah, I'm not fucking my dad. That guy just kind of looks like me. It's weird. It's weird. And it would have been fine, you know. She stayed. It was too beautiful of a day to tell her what was actually going on, you know. I didn't want to, like, harsh the vibe to it, so we just kind of had to go along. But she stayed for, like, 20 minutes because she really liked me and my dad dating, I guess. So I had to make out with my dad that day. Yeah, a lot of people think they're allies. Will you tongue kiss your own father in the fucking cause? I did, and I'll do it again, man. I see some stern faces. I didn't really make out with my dad, you know? I made him take me on several dates before I put out for that son of a bitch. Comes to dating my dad, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy, you know, man? Just an old-fashioned kind of guy. Yeah, man. Lexington was fun. It was a good place to grow up. You hear some southern things growing up, right? I'd come home from a hard day at school. My mom would look at me and just be like, "Oh, honey, don't worry about it. The sun don't shine on the same dog's ass every day." Be like, yeah, second grade is hard. Thank you. You really chilled me there out, Mom. Thank you very much. It's a fun place to grow up, man. My mom and I actually went to the same elementary school. Not at the same time. That'd be insane. We're not that Kentucky, you know. It's not that bad. We did. We went to Southern Elementary School. And except when she went there in 1976, they were the Southern Rebels. And on the front cover of the yearbook was just an entire Confederate flag. It's ugly, right? It's embarrassing. Then when I went there in 1996, we were the Southern Dolphins. The least racist animal, man. Those things are smart, dude. Kentucky, the dolphin capital of the world. You guys know that river right there filled with dolphins. So we were the Southern Dolphins, and on the 1996 yearbook cover was a dolphin jumping out of a cloud over a rainbow. And even by today's too woke standards, that is a hyper-correction the other way, man. Like, they fixed that, you know? I love thinking of being a fly on the wall during that name change meeting. There's like a woman stands up with a heart of gold. She's like, I think we can all agree that the Southern rebels with a moniker of the Confederate flag is wildly inappropriate and offensive, and we need to change that. And everyone was like, yeah, for sure, let's change it. And then there was just one dude at the table who was mad. Who just like, oh yeah, man, we can't be the Southern rebels anymore. What? Fuck it, let's just be the Dolphins. Let's be the Southern Dolphins. And they were like, okay, we're listening. He's like, oh yeah, what's the matter anymore? Who cares? Just make it gay, make it a gay dolphin. But a gay dolphin dry humping a rainbow in the sky. And then they were like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do, for sure. And that's what they did. The fighting dolphins, man. Excellent. I grew this mustache out because I was going through some mental shit, and I couldn't give myself bangs. So I just gave myself some little nose bangs so everybody knew I was sad, Just know I'm going through it, And at the time I was on the dating apps and I matched with this woman, and the first thing she said to me, it was a bad start. She goes, I like the confidence it takes to have, all caps, that mustache. It's like, cool, thank you. I was lonely, we kept talking. She brings it up later, and she's like, the mustache, I think it's cool that it's ugly. I think it's cool that it's ugly, but you put it out there for the world to see. I was like, damn, I was just thinking the same thing about your baby. A strike one! Yeah, who's his daddy, a lizard? God damn, where is he looking? We're getting married, That's that's the great love of my life. Yeah, the mustache thing. Yeah, the bangs. If you see a woman with bangs, just like give her a smile, tell her she don't need no man or whatever caused her to get bangs. If you see a guy with bangs, run. Girl with bangs just went through a breakup. Guy with bangs just finished his manifesto. Like, it is a whole different thing, man. All those guys, the same thing. They're going out with a bang one way or another. It's just a bunch of white boys with bangs. That's what they are. The mass shooting stuff is hard to bring up. I know. It's like a scourge on humanity. It's hard to bring up. I didn't mean to kill the room. Not like they do, but like the vibe. Because everyone loves true crime, right? The serial killers, they're fine. That's interesting. I've got a theory on these mass shootings, though. I think they're millennial serial killers, because serial killing takes like methodical practice and timing and hard work, and it's like, they want to kill a lot of people, but they want to do it right now. And I want it to be easy. I cut bangs for this. Put me on Netflix. Yeah, it's gutting. You look at your phone and you see just another person killed 15 people in 15 minutes. It's gutting. You don't know what to do. But then if you look at your phone and you see somebody killed 15 people over 15 years. Welcome to my Netflix queue. Hell yeah. Let's get in there. What's going on with you, buddy? How you doing, man? It's weird to like crazy stuff, Jeffrey Epstein, you guys remember that guy? Old Jeffrey. A lot of red flags with Jeffrey Epstein. I think the biggest red flag was that he was a grown adult who chose to go by Jeffrey and not Jeff. Jeffrey? That's an evil name. You can only be evil or Will Smith's butler if your name is Jeffrey. That's the only Jeffreys in the world, man. You can't trust a Jeffrey, dude. You got Jeffrey Epstein, you got Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Jeff Dahmer wouldn't have done those things. No. Jeff Dahmer's a good man, comes home, loves his wife, goes the extra mile in the bedroom, you know? Jeff Dahmer will eat your ass, you know? But Jeffrey Dahmer's gonna eat your ass, you know? You better watch out. It's a little different thing, man. He's gonna get you. Can you imagine how evil he would be if he went by Jeffrey Bezos? I mean, like Jeffrey Bezos requires child labor, you know? It's like, a year ago, I grew my hair out for 6 weeks so I could bleach it, and it did not look good. I looked like a Kiwi who wanted a man bun, and it just kept going. And then I bleached it because I thought I was going to look like Eminem, and I came out looking like Stan. So it was not a good look at all, you know, man? We got any mamas or expecting mamas? Anybody in the building? Couple, congratulations. The beauty of life. Give it up for them, huh? Wonderful. It's great. Are you guys going to have a gender reveal party? No, you're not? Okay, I get that sentiment. A lot of people don't like the gender reveal parties, you know, for a variety of reasons. They make fun of them. They think, you know, I kind of like them. It's just people being happy. If you don't know, it's like pink smoke or blue smoke or a box of balloons or something to signify what parts your kid has. It's kind of a weird thing. I do get it. But I think it would be way more weird if they didn't go over the top and get creative. Just like an organic, bare bones gender reveal party. Just a room full of people like right now in a box. And a dad comes up and just Simbas up a naked baby. Just like, yeah, look at its dick. Look at my son's balls. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a box of balloons, for sure, man. Probably smart not to have a gender reveal party. Some of them go awry. I don't know if you've heard of this one recently. Not the one that burned down California. Somehow worse. There's a family in Iowa. They were having a gender reveal party. And they skipped making the smoke bomb and just made a regular bomb. They just made like a real bomb, okay? They go in a cornfield, because Iowa. And they go 300 feet away, okay? They thought they were safe. They should have gotten in a bunker, okay? This is a little dark. Roll with me. The gender bomb explodes, sending a piece of gender shrapnel across the field. And it hit a guy in the head. Killed him on the spot. I know. It's hilarious. And it's heartbreaking, you know? It's heartbreaking. But I want to know, before reality set in those first couple of seconds, when that piece of metal went into that dude's head and then exited that dude's head, revealing a big pink mist. It's a girl! Holy shit! Oh! You guys went all out for this. We're going viral, man. If it was a boy, were you gonna choke him to death until he turned blue? Because Lord have mercy, man. Weird time to bring this up, but I did just recently have a pregnancy scare. Not me, but I'm fucking, so, you know. It was just a scare. It was not a pregnancy nightmare where a child is actually born, you know. And not you guys. Your baby's gonna be cool. You know, you're here right now, man. He's at my show. That's cool. No, we did. We had a little pregnancy scare, you know. And I went to Kroger to get the pregnancy test, and I went through the U-scan so nobody could see the fear in my eyes. You know that? And if I'm being really honest with you people, I stole it. I shoplifted that shit. I did. And I know stealing's not cool, it's not great, but I would never steal from like a mom and pop restaurant or like a privately owned thing. But if I walk into a Kroger and they're selling clothes, you're not Target, stay in your lane, you know? You're getting stolen from, Kroger. What are you gonna do, go buy a flannel shirt and an avocado? Get the fuck out of my face. No, you're not. You go through the U-scan, everything can be a bushel of kale if you want it to be. You just gotta believe. Guy's like, that looks like a pregnancy test. It's a bushel of kale, thank you. Move right on along. And he's not gonna do anything to stop you. He hates Kroger, man. He makes 9 bushels of kale an hour. He's like, steal from him, dude, you know? It's a beautiful thing. The pregnancy test commercials are the thing that get me. They're like, just fully missing their target audience. You guys can all envision what that commercial is, right? It's like a beautiful couple. It's these people. It's like a beautiful couple in their early 30s celebrating a positive pregnancy test by slow dancing inside of a kitchen inside of a house that they own. That's not who's going to Kroger to buy pregnancy tests, dude. Y'all are going for it, you know? You know your doctor's name, man. You go to Kroger if you don't want a baby. And you steal it, you know? It's the whole thing. So what the pregnancy test commercial should look like, realistically, 30-second ad spot, open up, interior college dorm room. It's just 3 19-year-old girls sitting around. Okay? There's no dialogue. There's no background music. Maybe an ambulance wails by in the background to kind of set the tone. A raven sits upon the windowsill. Very ominous. Very ominous. To the point where the viewer has no idea what they're being sold. They're like, someone's Alexa just get hacked? Why am I saying this? And then the silence is broken when a 4th 19-year-old girl busts out of the bathroom just like, I'm not pregnant! Fuck yeah! Yeah! Oh, let's experiment with a girl tonight, ladies. Yes! And then it pops up and it just says EPT Blue. Please, God, no. Not right now. All right, I'll get out of here on this one. This is a weird one, right? Y'all remember I was talking about 2nd grade a little bit earlier? Classic segue. 2nd grade, it was kind of hard, right? I don't know if y'all remember 2nd grade or if you have any 2nd graders, but it's hard to be in 2nd grade. It was particularly hard for me because I had a mean bully. Okay, I had a bully named Corey. He's a really mean dude, nasty guy. Pretty sure he was conceived through anal sex. Just, hateful little butt baby, man. Just nothing, no love in the conception of that kid, man. Just a couple grunts in the dark. 9 months later, here's Corey, you know? It's fucked up. Looking him in the eyes is like making eye contact with an American Girl doll. There was just like nothing going on behind the scenes. He even had the American Girl doll face, you know, with like his little teeth hanging out. Scary guy. Scary guy, Corey, you know? And he was mean to me, and I came home one day, and I'm talking to my parents. I'm like, what do I do, you know? I don't want to get in trouble. I was a little Eddie Haskell. They go, well, you go defend yourself by any means necessary. And I was like, that's a little intense, but okay. So later that night, my dad comes in and finds me filling up my backpack with rocks. I was going to get biblical on this dude, man. I shall cast the last stone, Corey, you know? So obviously they make me empty out my satchel of stones. We go to school. We fight as much as 2nd graders can fight, and it's over. And then it's over for a really long time. And then follow me on this. This does get a little heavy here at the end, okay? Corey hit me up over this very scary last summer. He hit me up in June, right? And like we've already talked about, a lot of people that we know and love, Corey had fallen into drugs pretty bad, you know, opiates and heroin, and he had gone into a coma. He came out of the coma, forgotten large parts of his life, and he got in the STEPS program. If y'all know anything about STEPS, step number 8 is making amends. So he hits me up on Facebook, goes, hey man, I know it's a really long time ago. He tells me the story of what's going on with him. He said, I forgot large parts of my life, but I remember making your life a living hell in 2nd grade, and I wanted to apologize. And I messaged him back immediately and was like, dude, water under the bridge. That is all of my love to you. You're going to be okay. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. And he comes back to me and he's like, man, thank you. That means a lot. Next time you're in Lexington, let's get lunch. And I messaged him back. I'm like, go fuck yourself, dude. No. You forgot a lot. I remember it all. You know? We're not getting cheese sticks, bro. Nah, that's a joke, man. We actually had a dialogue. We had a good dialogue. I think I helped him in his recovery, and he certainly helped me in that scary summer last summer. But I couldn't help myself because I messaged him a couple weeks ago on Facebook Messenger, and I go, hey, Corey, hope you're doing all right, man. Hope things are good. It's pretty crazy you almost got stoned to death 2 times. Yeah, baby! I love you guys. Thank you.